Hey everybody, I want to take you for a second and just thank our Patreon member. I want to appreciate him and say that he will be showing up at the beginning of every video. If you'd like to do the same, as well as access exclusive Discord channels where you can speak with us and be an active part of the growth and future of this organization, please feel free to go ahead into the description below and get a membership for yourself. It helps us and it goes directly to providing better content for you guys. Now let's get right into it. Hello everybody, welcome back to U News, where we give you the facts so you can make your own opinions. Today we're going to be talking about the recent Nato conference that happened between world leaders, as well as the press conference that followed. Let's jump right into it. On Thursday, President Biden addressed the press at the Nato summit in Washington. While his performance wasn't a complete failure, it had caused some Democrats to pause and reconsider his candidacy. The following day in Washington, D.C., Representative Jim Clyburn of South Carolina expressed his support for Biden. Clyburn urged Democrats to rally behind Biden's record and focus on the opponent rather than internal disagreements. He stated, "I'm all in, I'm with Joe Biden," and added that Biden should be given space to make his own decisions about his future, saying, "If he decides to change his mind later on, then we will respond to that." On Friday, 17 House Democrats and 1 Senate Democrat publicly called for Biden to withdraw from the race. This group includes Representatives Jim Himes of Connecticut, Scott Peters of California, Eric Sorensen of Illinois, Brittany Peterson of Colorado, and Mike Levin of California, who became the 19th Democrat to demand Biden's withdrawal after confronting him directly on a call with the Congressional Hispanic Caucus. Representative Sorensen stated, "I'm hopeful President Biden will step aside in his campaign for president." In a recent NPR-PBS News Marist poll, shows Biden slightly ahead of Trump, with Biden at 50% and Trump at 48%. Former Biden Chief of Staff Ron Klain wrote on X, "It's time to end the freakout and unite behind the Democratic nominee," linking the poll to counteract concerns. However, the poll also reveals that 64% of registered voters and 38% of Democrats believe Biden lacks the mental acuity to serve as president. In comparison, 49% of respondents think Trump is mentally unfit. Nearly 60% believe Trump will win this general election, including 24% of Democrats. Vice President Kamala Harris, California Governor Gavin Newsom, and Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer have similar polling numbers against Trump. In response to these concerns, President Biden is set to campaign in Michigan on Friday and will visit Nevada and Texas next week. An interview with NBC's Lester Holt is also scheduled for Monday in Austin, Texas. On Friday, the Movement Voter Project became the first progressive coalition to call for Biden's withdrawal. MVP reported that 71% of leaders from 64 mobilization groups support Biden's exit. MVP Communications Director Zoe Toby commented, "The Biden enthusiasm gap since the debate has become the Grand Canyon." Speculation has risen about potential changes in Biden's vice presidential pick if needed. Former Labor Secretary Marty Walsh dismissed such speculation, saying, "I don't deal in hypotheticals. Biden is my candidate for president. He is staying in the race for president. He plans on running and beating Donald Trump." Former Speaker Nancy Pelosi and former President Barack Obama are privately discussing Biden's campaign, while House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries met with Biden to share insights and conclusions about the campaign's path forward. Next week, the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee will formally nominate Trump, which could affect Biden's campaign dynamics and visibility. President Biden's debate performance has faced criticism, and his follow-up interview on ABC was viewed as disappointing. His recent remarks at Philadelphia Church and a Harrisburg rally, along with an interview on MSNBC's Morning Joe, show his determination to continue his campaign despite the challenges. Historian Julian Zelizer remarked, "The debate was a reminder that you can have as many policies as you want, but what the public sees and hears might matter more." Professor Allison Crash noted, "You could argue that when you see a president that appears infirm, has difficulty doing some basic tasks of the presidency, you have questions about the state of the nation." And added, "In 2020, he was promising to demonstrate confidence in the face of chaos. He was saying, 'I'm this steady force,' contrasting with his current performance." White House National Security spokesman John Kirby defended Biden, stating, "I have not seen any reason whatsoever to question or doubt his lucidity, his grasp of context, his probing nature, and the degree to which he is completely in charge of facts and figures." White House coordinator Brett McGurk praised Biden's decision-making, saying, "I have never seen a president who is not prepared, who is not deliberate, who is not asking rigorous questions of those in the room or of a foreign leader," and noted that Biden makes decisions sometimes which are often difficult decisions, and then actually follows up. Biden's campaign spokesman Kevin Munoz highlighted the contrast with Trump, saying, The more he gets out there to campaign with voters, the starker the contrast and the easier the choice will be for these voters. Between Joe Biden, a decent man fighting for the middle class, and an unhinged billionaire like Trump, who wants to terminate the ACA and turn our country into a dictatorship. In an ABC News interview, President Biden said, "I'll feel as long as I gave it my all, and I did as good a job as I know I can do. That's what this is about." All right, everybody, that's everything I have. Again, if you want to help support us on Patreon, we would appreciate that a lot. If you don't want to help on Patreon, you can always buy some exclusive swag in the description below. And if none of that suits your fancy and you just like our content, feel free to go ahead and look at our Instagram, Facebook, now Twitter as well, X now, and obviously keep coming back to us here on YouTube. Other than that, you guys have a great rest of your day. And remember, don't let anyone tell you what to think. You have a great rest of your day.